Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Plat. This is like low Plat, about 2500 soldier. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all of that good stuff. Let's see how this one's going. Oh, my bad. We hadn't set our jump to the appropriate 5 seconds, and now we're good.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Sure. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't push that, to be perfectly honest. So here you are. You hit him. At least I think you hit him for a moment here. Trying to drive back that. No, you got a hit marker. You got some damage there. That you're not sprinting up. You see the Lucio is leaving, so he's not zoning you out anymore. That you're not sprinting up and trying to finish this off, taking advantage of your sprint to confirm this, to turn this into an elimination. That surprises me. That you're like, oh no, I'm going to go here. I'm going to reload here. No, I desperately want to get that last little bit of damage and finish off that BAP. Okay. Okay, so we've actually got to do our tracking here. We're here. I'm going to slow this down for you. So we're shooting at BAP, no problem. He jumps. We want to bring our crosshair up. We didn't move our crosshair at all. Now we're trying to follow him. Now you're trying to follow him. Now you're trying to change your mind on who you're going after. Tracking isn't actually about following. It's about predicting where they're going to go. Like, you're sort of trying to keep your mouse on them, but you're sort of trying to keep your mouse on them with a little bit of a lead. So as you're here, you look at that BAP. If that BAP is going up and you think that BAP is trying to continue to go up, you're not going, oh, the BAP is going up, so I will follow this BAP up. You're actually trying to, like, lead the portion of the BAP that you're trying to hit. So you maybe are aiming, like, up here at the head, at the very head, or even a tiny bit above the head, and what you're actually hitting, because you can't keep up, is, oh, you're hitting him in the head, or you're hitting him in the chest here, that sort of thing. You're not trying to, like, follow him with your mouse. You're trying to be predictive here. That's important, and I know you play some Hammond too, and Hammond uses the same tracking style A. Yeah, why are you trying to follow that? Predict that. Predict that. You didn't predict that at all. Did you just change targets because your crosshair got closer to Zarya? Why'd we do that?
Enemy turret ahead.
That's better.
Same thing. I don't mind you missing. I don't. But this BAP is looking to your right, so we're expecting him to go right. So we aim to the right. Why are we now to his left? They were very likely to, was very likely to respect that you got this health pack, even though you didn't get this health pack. So you didn't actually need to turn and drop this healing station. The person chasing you doesn't know that this health pack, you're still waiting on the timer, so they're very unlikely to push in here. It pulls them too far out of position. It pulls them too much out of the fight, unless they know they're going to get you. So better to either just wait the extra second for the health pack, or to go back here and drop the healing station here, where you can attack with the healing station while being in it, or get protected in the healing station. You know, drop the healing station, get healed on this side, step out here and do damage if you want. That sort of thing. As opposed to this healing station, defensive healing station, can't attack while getting healed. We don't like that. We don't like that out of our healing stations. Sure. Okay.
My ultimate is charging.
What's your plan? You're not threatening mid. You're not threatening this lane here. Not if your team is. A little better of a healing station. Okay. Why are you dropping a healing station?
That's better.
No one's looking at you. No one's doing damage to you. You have full health. What's this healing station going down for? You want to think of this healing station as basically committing that you don't have a better place to put this healing station for the next 15 seconds. Like, or even if you want to think of it as not that extreme, it's going to last for about half the duration of its cooldown. So for about 7 seconds, you think this is where you want to play from for the next 7 seconds? Maybe. Maybe it is. I don't really know that. 3 seconds from now, it might look way more interesting to play from up over here. Or it might look way more interesting to play from up here. And you're a soldier. You can get to those places very fast. You have sprint. But you're committing yourself to here? Why? Bloss says, so quiet. Do Spark have the best owl skins? I don't know for sure, but they are contenders for sure. No, they're owl players, not contenders. I'm kidding. Okay, your healing station got 0 value. Had no luck at it at all, still losing games. I'm sorry to hear that, Game Buster. I am sorry to hear that. I hope your defensive positioning, your strength, you're not getting your, having good retreat paths I hope you're working on that though. Because again, we don't need the wins right now, that we'd like to turn a couple of those around, but we need to keep getting better. Work on what we're working on, not just sort of autopilot, get lost, bounce between 4 different things. Sure, you can shoot the Rhine through the bubble, that's fine. He's weak enough. Your team can see him. Good. I had some awful games, honestly. Ouch.
We still need you. Enemy contact.
I've got you in my
Okay.
sights.
This is a little better as a healing station. It's not very good as a visor.
Got you in my sights.
Like, I get it. It's annoying that you guys haven't finished this, that you haven't won this. But Grumpy Kitten over there really doesn't have much health left. He's going to be exhausted. He's outnumbered significantly on the point. The Bap over there, not really doing much. He's not resisting the point cap. You are winning this fight. The healing station, fine. You can use this healing station. You can back up and duck and get healed by it while not getting shot at. You can stand here and shoot while getting healed by it. You're missing health. Better healing station than the last two, but too big of an investment. This is the type of place you'd visor from, but you do it when the fight is still in question. This is a one fight. Unless they start investing ults, unless they get a pick on someone, you're not visoring into this. For just $59.99, Timberwolf can review your plays and tell you how to fix what's broken. I mean, GameBuster is a client. GameBuster knows what the rates are, and GameBuster does get coaching. Doesn't mean he's not going to have off days, but everyone has off days. You just try to reduce them. So you're going to drop this heal station out here, again, committing to this spot. Not sure why we're shooting them rather than the lamp. They're not necessarily going to notice if you take out the lamp. They're probably going to notice you shooting back here. And now you're trying to leave. Huh. I don't really think this was your leave. I think your exit was over here, unfortunately. Like, this might feel like it's safety, but you have to go back through them. And if you're feeling, oh, I need to retreat this way, then maybe we should have set up here in the first place. And this is what we should have been playing, where we had cover and our retreat path was a little faster, and we could slide up here and shoot from here instead, or we could slide back here. Like, if we're playing here, I'm thinking we're going this way, not we're going this way to try and get out. If you want to go that way, you're here. This is where you were playing.
Need healing.
Isn't Visor an ult that's worth the point security? I mean, maybe sometimes Nard Storm, but in that situation, like, Visor's a bad ult, don't get me wrong, but, like, in that situation, you're going, oh, I'm going to burn this, an ult, effectively a really long cooldown. I'm going to burn this really long cooldown when we're in a 5v1.5? Like, If you were really struggling to exhaust them, you really couldn't take out that Tracer. I guess maybe, but like the Tracer was already exhausted. She was going down. The visor maybe got you the point a second, maybe 2 seconds faster. It wasn't some, and you could see who the next closest person was. It was BAP. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to take out this Tracer, and then I'm going to have to take out another person, and maybe another person after that, so I just need to stop the bleeding. I just need to end this now. The BAP was going to really struggle to ever touch point by that Tracer. Hey, Semitic. Okay, I can live with this. Interesting. No heals? Okay. Left.
Back in my day, we'd have
Right,
this payload
right,
delivered
right.
already.
Go right, get high ground. Go right, get high ground. Oh, there's a soldier for you to battle. Oh, works for me. And then you've got control up here. This is good. This is good. This was just pushing the cart. We don't care about this nonsense. I mean, pharmacy shouldn't be pushing the cart either, but like we don't care. We don't care about you going back and pushing the cart. Don't do that. Go get your lane. Okay, different high ground you're taking. Fine. Do you know he's here? Okay.
You needed a doctor? Name.
We Gamebuster says, I thought Anna was better than Moira because I could cancel ults, but I feel like this theory doesn't hold up in practice. They're different. Obviously, I'm in the middle of a soldier review right now, but Anna, yes, absolutely. Sleep Dart is very powerful. You can cancel ults with it. It's fantastic in that sense. Anna is probably more valuable, more consistently higher on the ladder, though not super consistently because she, has competitors like Baptiste. Moira's obviously playable in GM. Moira's obviously usable. Moira has comps that she works great in. But yeah, she has less ability to take over the game. She's really playing for her ult cycle pretty heavily. She's playing for her own survivability and for her ult cycle, whereas Anna has a little more influence. But yes, Anna also has a higher mechanical requirement before you sort of hit her basement of value. Yesterday, Tip World called Moira trash. I mean, maybe a little.
Feeling grand.
Okay, good. But why are we dropping the heal station? No one shot at you yet. Okay. Heal station can get a little value. Cool. Heal station at least got a little value. But this last shot that you got hit by would have been healed back up if you dropped your heal station a little later, not before anyone was paying attention to you. It really doesn't take time to drop your heal station. Why are we backing out this hard? So you're getting shot and you don't like it, so you go get the health pack, and then you go right back in, right? No, you decide they're pushed out too hard. Fine. Don't drop, don't drop. Hold this, hold this, hold this angle. Stairs? Stairs? From up here. That's fine. So you actually want to open in this situation. It's as your team is pushing, which is good. Your Winston is pushing in right now. We actually want to open with a Helix rocket. They're not paying attention to us. They're not aware we're here. They're unlikely to dodge your projectile when they don't even know that you're here. So this is one of the more reliable times to hit a Helix rocket. When you're opening on someone that doesn't know that you're there, start with the Helix rocket, and you do Helix rocket, then left click, and they both get there at about the same time. That works out well. Otherwise, you try to finish people with Helix Rocket, and you sort of aim it at their feet and all that jazz. But here, we can just get a nice direct hit on whoever we want. Probably not Lucio. Maybe you want to eliminate Lucio because you're afraid he's going to boop you, dump you off of the high ground. Maybe that's what you're worried about. I'd probably be more interested in helping this McCree go down faster. Fine, soldier. It's your high noon. Here, if you went on into Visor, I wouldn't mind at all. So you're out here. I don't love it. Oh, the beat's basically over. The team fight's pretty close. You can drop behind these guys in visor. Okay, it's not amazing. You can visor from up here and do this. Yeah, this is potentially... Oh, no. You're a little further behind than I thought. Your people backed off pretty hard. No, you still have the pharmacy right here. You've got the pharmacy in your Winston. Yeah. If you want to go, hey, I'm going to visor from up here. If we get it, great. If we don't, no big deal. If we start to win hard, you drop. Sure. Sure.
I've got you in my sights.
There we go.
I love pulse motion.
Sure. It's okay. That Zarya's weak. Can you do it?
Onwards to victory.
Feeling spry.
That healing station. Sure.
This is not your time.
Focusing my charge. Let us move it.
Sure. Happens sometimes.
Got to learn.
So, it's a Zarya Bubble Doomfist. You do what you can. You tried there. You got him. Cool. We would think about taking our outside angle now. Like, I get it. Maybe you're thinking, hey, I want to be back here. I'm much more thinking, do I want to get up here? Do I want to get up here and do this? You have sprint. You get these rapid repositions for aggressive angles, and if you don't like what you find on your aggressive angle, you've got the sprint to get out, or you've got the heal station to drop to sustain it. That's what we're all about as Soldier, and instead of just staying here and fighting directly head on here. And now he's bubbled, and I'm sprinting and running away. Like, I'm not trying to fight him through this bubble. The race is too hard to win, even with the peel that you should get. You should have gotten peel, but yeah. Hey, Sulak! Once in a while you get doomed. Especially when he's bubbled. Well, he's a little sad, but at least she's a homie in talent dive for now. Yeah, yeah. Gamebuster says, I think I just want to see a good person TM play Anna in bronze with a mouse sensitivity different than they're used to, so they cannot just outskill everyone by DPSing. Okay. They'll adjust to a different mouse sensitivity pretty quickly. Like, I don't think that's going to stop, like, a GM player in bronze from taking over the game by DPSing, but, eh. Well, he did say good player TM. Okay, so that's a tech that you just did. I don't know if you just realized that you did it, but it's a tech that you sometimes see done where, aha, I shall drop my healing station down below to heal someone down there. You can drop your healing station off the edge without falling yourself. It's kind of a niche technique. It's been used in pro play before, but no, not what we're looking to do here. Oh, I mean, yes, blah. If you're talking 25k DPI and 100 in-game cents, yeah, no one is going to be effective on that. I agree. That's going to be absolute garbage. But I thought we still meant a real, actual, usable DPI, just not the one that they're particularly comfortable with. Like, okay, we've changed your sensitivity by 15% type thing. Not we've changed your sensitivity by 100,000%. So you go through here. Didn't notice that? Yeah, the Doomfist happens. Sometimes you get Doomfisted. I'm not too worried about this one.
Mission ain't over yet.
I don't know that there's fun in it, blah. I think Gamebuster is just looking for the proof that it's not all mechanics. Doomfist happens. World 2021. It's true. Shoot him from above. Shoot him from above. You don't need to go this deep yet. Okay. I mean, you can if your fairy is, but you really didn't need to go that deep yet. Better. That's better healing station. I would have been much more interested instead of going this deep and just shooting these guys from above that were trying to push out to stop them from pushing out to let your team respawn, reorganize, and come back in more easily. Why is your crosshair on the ground? That's not where Doomfist's head shows up. That's not where Doomfist's head shows up either. That's definitely not where Doomfist's head shows up. Cool. Okay. Better.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, okay. You're just not realizing the opposing soldiers over there. They're hiding in the shrubbery.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah. That's really just you not realizing where the soldier is, and he'd chipped you in like 3 separate instances. Not all at once, in like 3 separate instances he'd chipped you down, and I think you just didn't realize where the damage was coming from.
I've got you on my side. I don't quit till the fight's done.
I don't know how Doom does it, but he is both garbage and one of the most annoying heroes in the game. Masters players do fine against Gold with controllers. He's overtuned garbage. I mean, he's very sink or swim. Doomfist is very, either you sink like a rock or, hey, you swim and it's, it's great. It's like either he's in a place where he's going off like wild or he's just in the trash bin. And that's him. And sometimes that happens because the Doomfist player is better than the lobby. Sometimes that happens because Doomfist is overtuned. Other times, if he's not up here, he's going to be down here. And your solutions, we've talked about Doomfist before. If you don't let him get above you, you'll generally do well. Having to play in a place where this is an enclosed space that you'd have to walk through that's high ground, not your favorite, not your favorite. You'd like to let a tank go first in this situation, help you clear this. Usually you would have dive tanks. You do have a dive tank. He's just not going this way all the time. He did the one time, and we were able to use that. But if you can stay above him, and if you can put any meaningful chip damage on him, like I'm just talking even 50 damage, even 75 damage, before he's able to come in, while he's staging, it makes it very hard for him. He does not have the good tools that like a Tracer does of blinks to get places, go get health packs, and be ready to be staged. He does not have the tools like dash and deflect to stage to where he wants to. He has to use his abilities, and he's loud and those sorts of things to get where he is. And he moves pretty fast, but he doesn't teleport during those things. You can absolutely chip him down, and then it takes him forever to go wander and get health packs and then actually be set up to hit his abilities at full health. So that's how you punish him. Oh, we're dropping healing stations at full health, I see.
Everyone, heal up.
30 seconds remaining.
So that Helix rocket interrupted your reload and is making you reload again. Be conscious of those reloads.
Payload is
Let me
approaching
rephrase
its
that. Be conscious of helixing during your reload. If you really think the helix is going to finish them, it's fine. Oh, good, good, good. I don't need this healing station yet. I am going to want this station, but not yet. And again, you're in this new position. Soldier doesn't know you're here. He just jumped. He locked himself in where he's going. You can just send a helix rocket right here. He's going to fall right into it. It's beautiful. Send a helix rocket, flick your aim up to about here because that's where he's going to fall into with his head and be like, boom. And you go, hey, helix rocket, headshot, start dragging your crosshair down. He starts running back right. You're already flicking ahead of that. Boom. You got him. Easy elimination. You got it. You got your sort of first peak bonus for using this new angle. Take advantage of it. Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, look, now he's getting to fight you, except he has healing station and you don't. That's not very good.
Our time runs short.
I don't know why your crosshair was on the wall. And now you have to leave. This is not the good way to leave. 76 is taking a lot of close quarters fights. Some of his jumps in some areas to that might as well make him teleport though. Doomfist? Yeah. He can do some good glide, slide stuff that's pretty fast, it's true. But it's not Genji dash fast. It's not Tracer blink fast. We don't need to pre-drop our healing station. What do you know? Perfect example. You drop your healing station because this is where you want to fight from. But it's not. Less than 15 seconds later, in fact, less than 1 second later, you decide, wait, no, I actually want to fight somewhere else. The cart, because overtime. Oh. So we don't pre-drop stuff. Okay. So we have healing station to think about. You're committing it before you should be committing it. You're basically wasting it, and probably 2/3 of your uses of it, it's not getting any actual value because you're using it thinking that enemies should be shooting at you there. It doesn't make you do more damage. It just heals you. We have more taking of angles, taking of the off routes to think about, pushing ahead of the cart. We have some tracking work to do. There's more to get into on our Helix rockets in terms of if they're not paying attention to us, if we've used our sprint to take these off angles and they don't know we're there, we want to open with that Helix. And then we have visor usage. So there's definitely things that we've seen. Let's see where this continues.
Ready for battle.
When is the next map guide? Probably this weekend. I've generally been doing map guides on weekends. I don't know if I'll do one today or if I'll do them, you know, over the actual weekend. I guess last week I did one on Friday and one on Sunday. I think the week before I did 2 on Saturday, maybe 2 on Sunday. I don't know. But I'll probably do 1 or 2 this weekend again. I have a session after this review, so it won't be right after this. Maybe I'll do one this evening. Maybe I'll do them tomorrow. I don't know. Are we Patreon enabled yet? No, no, we are not.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Soldier has his place. Soldier is usable in some situations. He's not as flexible as Tracer. There's absolutely still arguments to use Ashe in some of the places that you consider using Soldier too, but Soldier is usable. I would say Echo and Tracer are still both better picks, like better universal DPS picks, but... So here you are. That's not me telling this person not to play Soldier. Playing Soldier is totally fine. So here we are. We're applying some damage. I'm okay with this. And you have to recognize what's happening. You see your teammates through the wall are backing up, not still pushing forward. If your team was still pushing forward, you would be correct to run around and fight these guys. You would be absolutely correct. You do not want to be fighting these guys, however, while your team isn't fighting them, while your team is backing up, because it allows this team or portions of this team to turn and fight you, and they can 3v1 you, 6v1 you, while not getting punished with a fight happening elsewhere. And if you look back at how your team is set up, you can actually determine, was my team ever likely to take a forward fight? Well, if they took a forward fight, they were leaving you and Mei behind, so no, they probably weren't ever really going to take a serious forward fight unless they saw something super juicy. So they're probably going to back out. You can probably play from here, get cross value. If you still want to play behind them, that's fine with me, but you can't run in this hard. You can't, oh, that's a Doomfist you hear. Can't run in this hard this fast. Can't do it. Doesn't make sense. The teams aren't fighting enough yet. I mean, you just kind of walked into Doomfist effective range. Yeah. 76 is a support DPS? Eh, not really.
Mission ain't over yet.
I mean, Genji is a support DPS. He supports the team by winning the fight with Nanoblade. Okay. Okay.
Target down.
Need to play him to support the damage? You need to play everyone to support the damage, though. I'm gonna need more of what you mean there, Solak.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei. Onwards to victory.
Okay. Coming out of here, fine. Okay, so this was your first peak bonus that we wanted to open with the Helix rocket. Oh boy.
Get over here and heal up.
Probably not the Reinhardt, probably way more likely here that you wanted to put this damage into the Doomfist up here than the Reinhardt. Doomfist is just going to go wild. He's generally, if he's accessible, a pretty high priority because his pick-off potential. If he's just allowed to exist in fights, picks will just keep happening. So just get rid of him. Make him go away. Rather than shoot at the Reinhardt, who is going to take forever to eliminate. Okay. I mean, I was good continuing to put damage into the Reinhardt, but okay. You setting up for second point? High grounds? High grounds? If we're setting up for second, that's what we're doing. Good.
Stop the payload.
Almost. Okay, a little better.
Stay down. Meteor strike.
Doorway, doorway. Okay, peeling, peeling. It's fine.
Form up, join me. Move up.
You're just staggering yourself.
You needed a doctor?
Legs gets out.
Feeling better? You should be at peak performance level.
Can confirm as a support player, people who make Doom go away are cool. Yep, and we just retake our high ground here. You got it. Hear it, hear it, hear the Reaper. Okay. Okay. Sure, sure. Works for me. I'll live with the station. I don't love it, but I'll live with it. And this is sort of what we get into with our healing stations. Healing station hasn't healed you yet. Oh, you get scared and back up. Healing station still hasn't healed you. Oh, healing station got zero heal value. Oh, we have a super chat coming in from Adam in Charge for $1.99 saying this guy's a winner, like legit RC. I love that guy. We know you do, Adam. We know you do. I appreciate the $1.99 super chat coming in from Adam in Charge saying that Big Texas here is a winner. At least I assume that's who he means by this guy. Thank you for the super chat, Adam. That Reaper just potato him so hard? Yeah. Oh, Sulak, continuing on the point. Well, 76 has a hard time pushing over breakpoints. His constant pressure adds to the force of the fight, pushing out cooldowns. You don't often see 76 popping off completely alone. Yeah. Same is true for most tanks. Tracer can one-clip people, but Tracer often ends up in a forcing cooldowns role and then cleaning up later. I mean, okay, I see the point. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, he's more constant pressure. He's less about the one or the two shot there. You can, with your Helix rocket, effectively two-shot people. It's actually more shots than that, but, you know, with how fast the damage is coming in, it is the time, you know, it's only a little slower than Ash might two-tap someone. Okay. Thank you, Adam. That's coming in from Miles, who's being reviewed here. Okay. Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from, Solak. It's a reasonable way to think about it.
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
Helden sterben nicht.
I hear you, Anton. Doing something else is helpful. The healing stations. But you left behind your healing station, soldier. Which isn't wrong, you just shouldn't have dropped the healing station in the first place. You should watch 8 hours of tutorial videos per day instead? Well, there's an idea.
Freeze! Onwards to victory!
Okay, I like it.
Zenyatta is everywhere.
It's a little followy. Oh, look, we're dropping a heal station.
Stabilized.
Okay. Sure would be nice to be able to heal station over here. Yeah.
No rest for the weary.
This soldier is shooting down the other team the way legit RC shot you down. That's a weird thing to say. It's like I asked him out, which definitely didn't happen. Or I asked him for a job or something, which also definitely didn't happen. Like, there was no, oh, let us win or anything like that. Like, that's a... Or were we in fighter planes? Was this the idea? Are you saying shot down because we were in fighter jets? And, oh, here's our fighter jet, and, it's a plane, whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe it's got that. Maybe it's got a tail fin, whatever. Is that what we're talking about? Like, he shot missiles, rockets, whatever out of his plane and shot my plane down? Okay. Oh, would you ask him out? No, afraid not. Was I wrong about Miss Temporal? No. You were not wrong about that one, Bluff. Sulak says, yeah, in comparison to Widow, Doom, Ash, Kree, and in some cases Echo, very rarely will combos send around 76 core kit other than ult combos. Sure. I mean, he's pressure, but, in a lot of ways Tracer is pressure too. In a lot of ways Orisa is pressure. In a lot of ways Winston is pressure. Sure. That said, the game has generally moved more towards, with the exception of Tracer's extreme mobility. No, not with the exception of Tracer. You either want extreme mobility to go with your pressure so that you can keep the pressure up consistently, which, Echo and Tracer in some ways have, or you want higher burst potential than those types of heroes have, in the form of Doomfist, Widow, in some cases Ash. Yeah. Maybe the incorrect term for support DPS there. Yeah, support DPS isn't quite how I'd think about it. Okay, so here you are. Push out here. This is conceptually correct. You're aware of the Doomfist. The Doomfist just used 2 cooldowns. This is your moment to do work. Cool, you got an elimination. Oh, we see that? I'm not really convinced I want to commit to this. Oh, you just really want to deny that res. So where's the Helix? Okay. And then you leave. Yeah. Like, this was really too greedy. I totally get why you want to deny it, and it works. This trade is okay. You going down here after taking out both supports. Like, sure, that's totally fine. Doomfist was available to punish you up here again, and you hadn't chipped him down to stop him from doing so in the time that he was out of cooldown. So you just had to be aware that this threat existed and be ready to retreat faster. No, it couldn't be either. It would have to be Miss Temporal there, blah. Right, I don't swing that way.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. You can win in your healing station. You can. Like,
Damn it.
the only thing that she took away from you, like, this is a worthless hack. She hacked you when you didn't have Helix and you already had your heal station down. You still win this. Like, just calm down. Just calm down. The hack doesn't matter. You're good. You're good. Calm down and pretend you're not hacked.
Damn it.
Don't panic because you're hacked. Yeah, you're panicking because you're hacked. Ooh, Fire Strike's back. Hi, Fire Strike.
This old dog's learned a few tricks.
Onwards to victory.
60 seconds remaining.
Heal up.
Okay. Cool.
Should have kept your head down. Much better.
Yeah, it seems losing too hard. And that was a little just sloppy with your fire there. You were using ammo quite a bit after that fade was over. Okay. That was a super late decision. Like, you dropped super late to be like, I'm gonna get these guys from behind. It's really late that you make that decision. If you were gonna do this, you did this earlier. Doing this now is weird. I mean, these guys have had time to push through it already, and you're not shooting them in the back anymore. And now you're accessible to the fist. Confidence is important. Helps the not panicking thing. True, true. Semitic, you just might naturally favor one aim style over another. I mean, some people are better at tracking, some people are better at flick. You can train either of them, of course, and tracking includes some level of flicking, but some people flick easier, some people track easier. You might just naturally prefer flicks, or you might have practiced flicks more based on your gaming history, and therefore they're easier. I wouldn't really say one is strictly harder than the other. Different people are different. Yeah. It's easier to get some damage on targets, but actually getting eliminations isn't necessarily easier. That's a fair way to put it. It's a fair way to put it, but you're not really aiming if you're just getting some damage. Like, if you're not really aiming your tracking, if you're not leading a little with your tracking, which doesn't actually end up being leading, but if you're not trying to lead and effectively hitting them because of it, you're not really aiming with tracking. You're just, like, flicking and shooting 6 shots and 1 or 2 of them hit, and that's easier than flicking and hitting 1 shot with McCree, but you're not really doing tracking aiming at that point.
I've got you in my sights.
Exactly, that's a soldiers below Goldem. Yeah, basically. Okay, cool. Get this. Go right back. No. Go right back. These guys don't have good one-shot potential on you. There's nothing over there other than the Doomfist that is that terrifying to you, and the Doomfist is far enough away. You want to make them push through resistance. You don't need to let them get from spawn door to here for free. And your hog is the right idea. It is like, nope, have some spam, slow you down. And you should also be out here now that you got healed back up with the station saying, nope, I'll slow you down. And if Doomfist uses a bunch of abilities to get over here, yeah, run. If BAP hits you once or twice, yeah, absolutely run. That's fine. But make them earn this space. We don't give teams space for free in 2021 between their spawn and the first real choke. No, no. We go. This is the same reason that on 2 CP points, you'll frequently see more so. Yeah, you'll frequently see on all three of the 2 CPs in rotation that the defensive team will push up and say, no, you do not get the space between point A and point B for free anymore. You did in 2016, maybe, but you do not in 2021. Same thing here. You do not get the space between third point spawn and actual third point for free anymore. We're going to make you earn it. And if they earn it, if they make you earn it, like they made you go back for the health pack here, that's fine. But you got the health pack, no, go back out and make them earn it again.
Patched up.
Now they're going to be closer. No, no! Why did you stay? Why did you stay? You're in close quarters combat with the Doomfist. Like, leave immediately or Helix and leave. But there's no situation where you see a Doomfist right here, you toggle off sprint without immediately helixing, and you don't just leave. Like, leave! So beyond leave. We are so beyond leave right now. Oh.
60 seconds remaining.
Like, he's better than you in short-range fights. If he has all of his cooldowns especially. When he was out here and would have had to chain his abilities to get to you, no problem. Make him spend those abilities, and then preferably before he spends, as he's spending the last one to get to you, you just leave and then you shoot him and he's empty and you win. But if he has his abilities and he's right here, nope, you can't earn this space. You can't fight your way back into this space. So you just go, okay, I guess I'm going to sit on a little bit of a longer sightline like this, and I'm going to threaten this doorway and not let him in. It sucks, but he earned the space while you spent too long out of the battle. Temporal has no skill. Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
Not dead yet. Damn it.
Sure. Reaction health pack drops to getting hacked. I can live with that.
30 seconds remaining. Victor.
Yeah, I don't care. You weren't going to stop that cart meaningfully.
30 seconds remaining.
Zen doesn't have Transcendence, so can't stop cart. Reinhardt is trying. Okay. Okay, so things we could work on here. There's definitely a couple. The first thing that we're going to work on, because it's like offensive at this point, is your healing station usage. We drop our healing station when we're really committed to using a spot for a bit. So like, hey, I'm actually committed. Let me rephrase that. Like, we're using healing station commits us to, dropping healing station commits us to a spot, and I don't like committing to a spot. You shouldn't like committing to a spot as Soldier 76. As Soldier 76, your nickname is Legs. You have this ability right here with no cooldown that's actually a really good ability. Like, it lets you sprint around. It's pretty good. It's like, don't underestimate it. It lets you take positioning. Whereas this ability is sort of the antithesis of that, of like, nope, it plants in a place and is like, nah, this is where it's going to get its value. We don't really like that. That said, we're going to use those two abilities. We're going to figure out how they work together. And how they work together is you go take a good place, something like this. This is a good place. And you shoot down into the other team there. Great. If the other team starts looking at you to shoot at you, even if they start missing, maybe it makes sense to drop your heal station if the other team isn't in a place where they can retreat very well, if your team has some sort of crossfire on them. If you take damage, maybe it makes sense to drop the healing station. If you take damage, it might make sense to drop the healing station and even go back here where the other team can't see you and get healed by it, and then push out here when you have full or close to full health, and now you're continuing to get the benefit of the healing station in case you take more damage while you're fighting. We would like our healing stations to be dropped in ways where we can get offensive value while standing in it and get defensive value. Like, oh, we took too much damage, we retreat back here, enemy can't shoot at us, we heal back up a bit, now we push back up here, and we're in a sight line that we have on the enemy while we're getting the benefit of the healing station in case we take more damage. So this is like the placement of the healing station, and the timing for the dropping of your healing station is at least when the other enemy team is shooting at you. Like, either you've taken damage or they're at least shooting at you. You can sort of think of it like a Zarya bubble in that sense. Obviously, it's not as powerful as a Zarya bubble, but you can think of it like that, where you don't just pre-drop it hoping, but that same principle applies here. You can break the rule a little bit if you set up something, I'll say, if you're trying to really, really stack your power pretty hard and you go with something like I'm going to visor from behind the enemy team, and before I visor, before they know I'm here, I'm going to drop my healing station because they have to turn and eliminate me, and if they don't turn and eliminate me, they lose and my team is pushing them from the front. That is a thing that you could do, but that's a very specific situation of I'm dropping it because I truly am committing to this spot and they're truly going to get wiped, going to lose if they don't deal with me. Most of the time that's not how we drop our healing station though. The second thing that we're going to think about when it comes to upgrading your soldier play is when we take these fresh angles, please do take these fresh angles like you are. Open with the helix. If they don't know you're there, that's your best chance to get an elimination when the angle is fresh, when it's something you've just taken. Open with the helix rocket on someone not paying attention. Try to get your pickoffs. Sulak here is talking about how a soldier has trouble finishing people off. He does. But if you can combine that first peak advantage with a full value helix, that's how you're actually going to get your by yourself pickoffs. And those add up. Those start winning fights. Those start winning maps over time. Hey, that adds SR. And then the last thing I want to talk about here is going to be I know this Doomfist gave you a lot of trouble, but you have to understand, you can't play close to him here. You can't play close to him. You want to take advantage of long sight lines. You want to not let him in. You want to shoot him when he's far away. You don't want to shoot him when he's here unless he's already out of abilities, unless he's already in your face and you got a significant lead on him already. So don't let enemies come in for free. Make them wade through, the desert. Make them be like, oh, it's hard. There's resistance. There's current. Yeah, that resistance that you're fading is soldiers' bullets. That's the resistance that you're facing. Take advantage of these long sight lines to do that. Do not get in fights with people like Doomfist, like Junkrat, whatever, at close range when they have full power. They're going to beat you. Use sprint to just go, I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight, so I'm going to leave. Those are the three things I'm going to tell you to work on. I want you to work on those things one thing at a time with 5 to 15% of your brain power. One thing at a time, 5 to 15% of your brain power. We want to sort of lock it in as a new habit and then move on to the next thing, or lock it in as an improved habit and then move on to the next thing. And the easiest thing for you to fix should be those healing stations. That's conceptual only. It's not mechanical. You can absolutely do that. Okay, if you or anyone else has questions, go ahead and throw them up in chat now. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff. Nice of Tim to check you back on the high ground. He does that sometimes. Going to rethink what you mean by support DPS. His on-demand damage allows for him to respond to team issues quicker than heroes like Doomfist who need to full commit. Sure, it's good for dangerous rotations. It can be. It can be. Is legit RC forever the champion, Adam? I mean, maybe his team's gonna win Owl this year, but they haven't been. They didn't win last year. That's not a forever the champion type thing. Okay. I'm not seeing any other questions, and I do have another session, so if I'm not seeing those, I'm going to hop into that. And I will see you guys later for another stream. Thanks. Temporal